Students, continuing the topic, our today's lecture will be regarding homogeneity of time. And law of conservation of energy. Consider two particles of masses m1 and m2 respectively, lying at positions x1 and x2 at time t. Thus, the gravitational potential energy among the particles will dependent upon u. It will be a function of u, x1 position of the first particle, position of the second particle, and time. So taking its exact differential, curly u upon curly x1 dx1, curly u upon curly x2 dx2, curly u upon curly t dt, dividing both sides by t, so we get du upon dt. It is equal to curly u upon curly x1 dx1 upon dt, curly u upon curly x2 dx2 upon dt, curly u upon curly t. We make this equation number 1. So according to homogeneity of time, as the interaction among the two particles does not explicitly depend upon time, that is, the potential energy due to homogeneity of time is not a function of time, so its derivative with respect to time will be 0. So its total derivative with respect to time, it will be not explicitly due to time only, but it will be due to the change in position of the two interacting particles via this relation. So we mark this equation as equation number 3. So as curly u upon curly x1, it is equal to minus f12, which is gravitational force on mass m1 by mass m2. Similarly, curly u upon curly x2, it will be equal to gravitational force on mass m2 by mass m1. So if we substitute these relations in equation number 3, so equation number 3 will be minus F12 dx by dt. It will be the velocity of the first particle, minus F21, this it will be the velocity of the second particle. Negative sign we take common, so it can be written as F12 v1, F21 v2. So it is force on mass m1, so it will change the linear momentum of the first particle into v1, as it is force on mass m2, so it will change the linear momentum of the second particle. m1 v1 into v1, m2 v2 into v2. So it will be minus d upon dt of m1 is taken constant, so it can be written as v1 dv1 upon dt. This v1 we have taken here, m2 taken constant, this v2 we have taken here, dv2 upon dt. So it can be simplified as d upon dt of v1 square by 2 v2 square by 2. You take its derivative, you will get this. You take its derivative, you will get this. So this is very simple relation. So we take m1 within, so it will be half m1 v1 square. Because it is a constant, it can be taken inside, half m2 v2 square. So minus, this is du by dt, this is minus d upon dt of half m1 v1 square, half m2 v2 square. So this we take on the other side, and we take du by dt common. So it means u plus half m1 v1 square, half m2 v2 square is constant. So what is this? This is potential energy, kinetic energy. So this is your total energy. So total energy of the system is constant. So this completes our present article. To next topic, next concept, study of non-inertial frame of references. Non-inertial frame of reference. So this is the next chapter. A frame of reference in which laws of inertia are not valid is called non-inertial frame of reference. Laws of inertia that you have studied in lower classes, basic simple Newton laws, those are not valid in some frame of references. Those are called non-inertial frames. So what kind of frames are non-inertial? All frame of references which are accelerated ones. All frame of references which are in translated accelerated motion or rotational motion. Rotational motion is also accelerated motion, or both in translational or rotational accelerated motion. Are non-inertial frames of references. So first kind, translated accelerated motion, that is a body is moving from here to here and it is a accelerated kind of motion. Then this will be a non-inertial frame of reference. Second is rotational motion. A frame of reference is in a rotation, circular motion. Then it will be a non-inertial frame of reference. Third is both in translation and rotational accelerated motion. This is kind of this rotation as well as acceleration. This kind of motion is called translational and rotational accelerated motion of a frame of reference, and that kind of frame of reference is called non-inertial frame of reference. Now we will deal with these kind of frame of references one by one. So our first article is fictitious force in non-inertial frame having translational accelerated motion. So it means we have two kind of frame of references. So this is the first frame of reference. X, Y, Z axis. This is the origin, and we are to deal with this P particle, and it is having position vector OP vector in S frame of reference. So we write here OP vector, it is position vector of point P in S frame of reference. So now we have another non-inertial frame of reference S dash whose origin coincide with origin O at t is equal to 0. So at t is equal to 0, O and O dash coincide, but as S dash is in rotational is in translational accelerated motion, so after time t the S frame it will reach somewhere here, y dash, z dash, x dash axis, O dash is its origin, and position vector of the point P with respect to S dash frame of reference will be O dash P. We write this as R vector and this as R dash vector. So this is R vector, O dash P. This is S dash frame of reference. This is S frame of reference. O dash P is position vector of point P in S dash frame of reference, and we name it as O dash P vector, and it is R dash vector. So now we say join O dash and make it R naught vector. So join O dash and we assume O dash vector is equal to R naught vector. So according to triangle law of vector addition, in triangle O dash P, OP vector, it is equal to O dash vector plus O dash P vector. So R vector, it is equal to R naught vector plus R dash vector. So R dash vector, it is equal to R vector minus R naught vector. So this is our first equation that correlates the position vectors in two frame of references in which S dash is non-inertial frame of reference. Differentiate with respect to time. So it will be dr dash upon dt, dr upon dt minus dr naught upon dt. So R naught is also variable as S dash frame is moving frame. So it moves away and away from S, so its value keep on changing. So we assume this equal to V dash, this has V, this is V naught. So this is the relation between velocities in two frame of references. We mark this as equation number 2, where V it is equal to dr upon dt. It is the velocity of particle P in S frame of reference. V dash, it is equal to dr dash upon dt. It is the velocity of particle P in S dash frame of reference. V naught, it is dr naught upon dt. It is the velocity of frame of reference S dash with respect to frame of reference S. So we again differentiate equation number 2 with respect to time. So we will get dv dash by dt, it is equal to dv by dt minus dv naught by dt. So we take it a dash, it is equal to a minus a naught. We mark this as equation number 3. It correlates the acceleration between two frame of references, out of which one frame of reference is non-inertial frame. Here capital A, it is equal to dv upon dt. It is the acceleration of particle P in frame of reference S. A dash dv dash upon dt, it is acceleration of particle P in frame of reference S dash a naught dv naught upon dt. It is acceleration of frame of reference S dash with respect to frame of reference S. So now we multiply the equation number 3 with them. So it will be m a dash m a vector m a naught vector. So it is f dash f minus f naught. So this is the relation that we wish to derive. Here F, it is force acting on particle P in frame of reference S. F dash force acting on particle P in frame of reference S dash. So now what is F naught? It is a force acting on particle. F naught is the force acting on particle. But why? It is due to translational accelerated motion of frame of reference S dash with respect to S. We have not applied this force. but this force has been acting automatically. It is due to the translational accelerated motion of S dash frame. So this cause makes S dash frame non-inertial. We have not applied any force, but it appears there. So this is the violence of the Newton laws that we have studied in lower classes. That's why we say in non-inertial frame of references, traditional laws of inertia are not valid, because here sometimes a force due to the accelerated motion of the frame of references start acting on the particle itself, and these forces are called fictitious forces. Or pseudo forces. And these forces are called non-inertial forces, and the frame of references in which these kind of phenomena are occurring are called non-inertial frames of references. So this is all for today. So we will study more about non-inertial forces, fictitious forces, pseudo forces in different kind of rotating accelerated motion of frame of references, and both combination of translational and rotational accelerated motions in our next lectures. So thanks a lot for today.